Hi guys! Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about a certain drum. And this drum is a little bit different to the drums that we've talked about before. It's not a drum kit, it's not a drum family. It is one specific drum, and this drum is called a djembe drum. To spell that out for you, it is D-J-E-M-B-E if you want to look that up. This drum looks like this. Okay? It's very, very, very different, okay, to what we've seen previously in our drum kit. I've been doing my drumming lessons on an electric drum kit, so it is hard to know which part of the drum kit is which, because I'm doing it on an electric drum kit and they all look quite similar. However, in these videos, I'm going to be showing you the different parts of different types of drums. I'm starting with the djembe because it's my favourite instrument. It's my favourite drum as well, and I know quite a bit about it. I've been teaching djembe drumming for about 2 years, maybe even more, and I really love it. And I know, like I said, I know a lot about it. So, like I've shown you here, we've got the djembe drum, okay? Starting off at the bottom, we have wood, okay? And inside it is carved with different patterns. I don't think this one is patterned specifically for a reason, but some djembe drums have carved in like elephants or things like that to sort of show a story as to why they were maybe drumming on the drum or why they made the drum. So wood here, then you've got a little pieces of string here. Okay, we will talk about that later on, but we've got this string, okay? Then we have right here, what we play on is our skin, okay? This is made, I don't think this one is specifically, but this is made of goat skin. I said that this isn't possibly made of goat skin because it's not the biggest version of the djembe drum. This is the only one I found in my house, and it does sort of feel a lot, I'd say like sort of cheaper. You can't really feel the skin on here. However, on the djembe drums that I teach with, sometimes on the edge here, where you can see the rope as well, the string, there would be like little hairs that you could tell, yeah, that's definitely goat skin. This is just a little bit smaller, a little bit cheaper, I think. But still does its job. But originally it would be goat skin on the top. Okay. At the bottom we have a hole. Okay, I should have really started with this, but I haven't. We've got the hole. This is a sound hole. So, for example, like a guitar has the hole. An acoustic guitar would have a hole in the middle of the guitar so the sound can come out. This is exactly the same. Okay. So we've done the parts of the djembe. Djembe again, D-J-E-M-B-E. I don't think I have on my notes what djembe stands for. I think it's just a West African name for the drum. Yeah. So, like I said, this is from West Africa. There are all the different types of the drum that I've just shown you. So let's start with what the strings are, okay? Because I've talked about them before, so we'll go back to them. These strings here are called, I'd say they're called tuning strings. I don't know exactly the right name, but these are strings that when we pull the drum apart again, we can tighten these strings like you do on a guitar, when you hold a guitar or a ukulele or whatever, and you've got the little like turny bits at the end. It's just like that, and you turn in the strings. These is obviously a little bit harder. You have to pull out the drum, pull out the drum and then tighten these strings here. And we tune absolutely every instrument that we play. Piano, guitar, ukulele, drums, we tune everything. This is a little bit different to tuning a normal drum kit. A normal drum kit, we use a little drum key, so it's a little bit easier and we just turn that around our drum kit. But this is a lot harder because it's just one drum. This tightens the string that tightens the skin. Okay, so sometimes when you hit the drum, you can feel that it's a bit sort of it's lacked in the skin. So when you hit it, it's not as tight. You can't feel it. It's as tight. That might sound really confusing at the minute, but when you get into drumming on the djembe, you can tell which one feels better and which one feels a little bit more, yeah, it needs tightening. It needs, and this one, because I haven't played it in a long time, it does need tightening. I can feel it right in the middle. Okay, it doesn't give that that sound as well. Usually when you're playing a djembe that's been tightened really well, you can play it and it sounds amazing. But one that hasn't been tightened, hasn't been tuned, then it doesn't sound as nice as well. Okay, so we've gone through them things. Just want to point out as well that I'll put my email again on here. So if you have any questions about anything and I've gone too fast or whatnot, you can email me, you can message me about this session as well. Okay, next thing then is how we sit whilst playing the drum. Okay, I'm just going to put this down a little bit so you can see me, like that. Okay, so this is a little bit small for me, but we can still work with it. Okay, at the minute the drum is just on the floor, so the sound hole is on the floor like that. If I played it, no sound will come out. Okay, however, if I tilt it forward, can you hear that? There's a difference. The sound can now come out because the sound hole is not all touching the floor. Put it down on the floor. Now I've just gradually tilted it forward and now you can hear it properly. Okay, so that's what we need to do. How are we going to do that? Okay, so what we do is we get the drum, we tilt it forward away from ourselves. And this is the hardest bit about playing the drum, but when you've got it, you've got it, okay? Tilt it forward, but not too forward. Forward enough so then your knees or your legs can touch the drum and it just stays there like that, okay? Just so it's comfortable as well. If it's really, really uncomfortable, then you haven't got it right. It may be a little uncomfortable and that's fine because you're getting used to it. Maybe sit on the edge of your chair. That also helps. Have your legs upright, that might help. Have your legs down a little bit, so then you can grab it a bit more. But don't have the drum too much away from yourself, so we don't need it there where our feet are, because then I can't reach it, and then the drums can go like that all the time. You need it between your knees and your legs, and your thighs sort of. So bring it up, tilt it down, and then that is absolutely perfect. So your hands can just rest on there. Another thing as well, we don't use any sort of sticks or anything to play these with. It is just our hands. So by the time you've done a big carnival of playing the djembe drums, your hands may be hurting, but gladly we do not do that. We just play for about half an hour, maybe have a little rest on our djembe drums, because I know that it does hurt your hands as well. Okay, so now we've sat down, now we've got it into position. Next is the three parts of how to play the drum. So the three ways of how we play this drum. The first way is called the tone, and here it says it is made with closed fingers on the edge/rim of the drum. Okay, talking about the skin and the drum, we have the middle and we have the edge, okay, around the edge, just in case that wasn't clear. Middle, edge, okay? So when it says the tone, this is made with 3 closed fingers on the edge/rim of the drum, okay? 3 closed fingers on the edge / rim, which is also called the rim, of the drum. Okay, just like that. And what we do is, when we play it, we don't just play and keep our fingers on. We act as if it's a trampoline or something that's really hot. Okay, so we just flick it off like that. Okay, so it has that nice sound to it. Okay, just like that. So if you give that a try, give it on your right hand or your most dominant hand first, one you write with. Then maybe try with your left hand, the one that you're not so dominant with. So I've got my 3 fingers there on the edge / rim. I wouldn't say to do it over here, okay, when you are playing. Some people think that you can play it on any bit of the drum, but when you're playing it here, it's really not comfortable whatsoever. I play it here, so then it is really comfortable. I'm relaxing my arms and I'm just hitting it like that, okay? Having it here is really uncomfortable, and you can't really put the 3 fingers down, you might hurt yourself. So having it here where it's very comfortable is brilliant. So I'm going to do my right hand and then my left hand for the tone. This is one way of playing the djembe drum, the tone. Okay, so right hand first, then left hand. Maybe 2 on your right, 2 on your left. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Brilliant. Okay, so when we are playing these, excuse me, when we're hitting, can you hear that it rings out? So when we play, that sound rings out. However, if we kept our hand on, the sound doesn't ring out. You can't really hear much else. See the difference? There is a big difference there where you can hear the sound go out, and then the second time there was nothing there. Okay? When you hear the sound ring out, you can ring it out for a little bit and then stop it with your other hand. Okay? So let it ring out, then stop it with your other hand. And we can try that. So our tone, hit, and stop. So it doesn't ring out for a long time. Okay? That's brilliant. Let's try it with our other hand, okay? So let's try. So we're going to hit with our left and stop with our right like that, like I've just done. Okay, let's go. Just like that. Brilliant. Okay. So that's the tone. 3 fingers on the edge / rim of the drum. Here is the best way. About here is the best way to play. Not here. Here. Okay, next we've got the bass. And on my note it says, made by hitting the middle of the drum head with the palm and fingers. This makes a low, deep sound. So let's see if that's right. So, made by hitting the middle of the drum, so that's the middle, with palm and fingers. It's mainly using our palm like that. Palm of our hand, okay? Here. Mainly for me, it's using that bit of my hand. But for us, we can use all of our hand or just the palm. Like that, okay? That's the bass. This makes a low, deep sound. So let's think about that then. So we've got the bass. Yeah. Then we've got the tone. 3 fingers again on the edge. Oh, yeah. That is higher. The tone is a lot higher in sound than the bass. That is a true fact. Brilliant. So we've got the bass right in the middle. Tone, got 3 fingers on the edge / rim. Next one is the slap. Okay, got the bass, tone, and last one is slap. This might be the easiest one to remember. It says on my notes, played close to the rim, produced with more relaxed and open fingers. So we're using our fingers, we're not using our palm, which is this bit. We're using our fingers this time. I'd say, obviously, not use our thumb. We're going to use 3 to 4 fingers again. We're not having them closed this time. We're going to have them open and relaxed, like it says. Just like you're slapping the drum. Okay, make that sort of motion. Okay, The difference between a tone and a slap. Let's try this. So the tone, 3 fingers together on the edge / rim. Still bouncing off. We can make that motion if you want. Okay, then a slap is more relaxed with 3 to 4 fingers. Okay, so the tone is a little bit more quieter, I'd say. And it's a little bit harder. Okay, I'd say as well, it's a little bit higher in sound as well. Let's do it again. So tone first. Then we're going to do our slap. It's definitely a lot louder, I can say that as well. So let's go through them again. Got bass in the middle. We have tone, 3 fingers together on the edge. And then we have our slap, 3 to 4 fingers that are separated. Relax your hand and slap. Just like you're slapping the drum, okay? Brilliant, okay. So we've gone through them bits and how to play this drum, okay? However, we don't know why this drum was made, or obviously we know that it came from West Africa, but who made it and why did they make it, okay? I was told that this drum was made as a sort of way to connect with people and communicate with people, okay? So the tribes or the groups in West Africa would make these drums to communicate with the tribes or the groups or the neighbourhoods, or however you want to say it, the neighbourhood to them, next to them, okay? So this was very important when someone really big and someone really special like the king would come in to their neighbourhood, or maybe someone to take the money off them every month would come into their neighbourhood, and the first neighbourhood to find that out would play a little rhythm on the drum to then tell the neighbourhood next to them. Remember, this was a very, very, very long time ago, so they didn't have phones. They couldn't just pick the phone up or pick the iPhone up and text next door and saying, oh, the taxman's coming today to take our money, our monthly money, or the king's coming today to have a look at our houses to see if our house is good enough to live in. They would have these drums to communicate, and then they'd do a certain rhythm, and I'm not sure what that rhythm is, but they do a certain rhythm to then tell their next neighbourhood or their next house that the king was coming, or that the person to take the money was coming, or something, like maybe even a special ceremony was happening. And that's what they do. And that's the reason why they made these drums. So, and I think that's pretty cool. Instead of making a phone, they made music, which is absolutely brilliant. Couldn't think of doing that now. Okay, so that's why as well. So we've talked about that. It's come from West Africa. It's a famous musical instrument from West Africa. We talked about the different parts of our drum. It's a djembe drum. Remember again, D-J-E-M-B-E. Djembe. But we don't say that, we say djembe. It's a silent D. We don't say the D. We've talked about the 3 sounds, the 3 ways of playing the drum: the bass, the tone, and the slap. We've talked about tuning, the tightening of the strings, which is on here as well. Okay, on my notes as well, it says that tribes in West Africa would produce music for tales. So when you've seen maybe on a movie or something like that, when you've got a campfire and people are telling stories, they'd make these instruments just like we do now, just to make music. It wasn't just to communicate with people, it was to make music as well. We don't use sticks, we use our hands. We've talked about how to hold it, and we've talked about our carvings in the drum as well, and that it sometimes makes a story, sometimes makes photos as well. So brilliant. So we've talked about a lot about this drum now. If you have any questions, please email me. But the next thing I want to show you is a little rhythm, okay? And this is called Caterpillar Tea Bag. okay, and it's quite repetitive and it's a very good rhythm to try on this djembe drum because it does between bass and either tone or slap, and you can choose which one you want to do. You can even do a bit of both as well, tone and slap, if you're getting really confident with that as well. So, caterpillar tea bag, okay? When we say that, and when we're drumming in general, caterpillar tea bag, when we say these words, we like to clap along or drum along to the syllables of the word. So if I said tea bag, that would be 2, because it's tea bag. Caterpillar, that's 4, okay? So put them together would be caterpillar tea bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be 6 hits, okay? We try and drum to the syllables that we say. So if I had anything in my room, let's have a look. I've got a guitar, piano is 3, television is 4, television. I've got a mirror, got a sofa, okay? Things like that are really, really helpful for when you're drumming, and when you can listen to something and think, right, that's got so many syllables, can I clap that? Yeah, I can. It's got 3 syllables, okay? Looking at outside, you can have a look when you're walking and think, okay, that's a tree. So tree would be one hit, tree, 1 syllable. Brilliant. Okay, so when we're doing these rhythms, caterpillar tea bag, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to do it with me, get yourself in a position, just like that. And first off, we're going to do caterpillar as our bass, okay? We can use both our hands, okay? And we're going to go hit 4 times with caterpillar, just like that on the bass. Remember to use our palms, just like that, okay? Caterpillar. Right in the middle, and again, caterpillar. Tea bag is going to be on the edge, okay? So you can either slap, or you can use our tone, okay? Just like that, okay? Slap, like that. Tone, okay? You choose. Or you can even do slap and a tone. But that is a little bit more tricky. You can go tea bag, which is a little bit more tricky, okay? Caterpillar in the middle then, and tea bag on the edge. Let's go. Caterpillar tea bag. Okay, when we've got that, you can pause this and you can go and try that on your laps. You can try it on your laps as well. Try your different sounds in your different ways. We do that twice. So we go caterpillar tea bag, and again caterpillar tea bag. Okay. Then this time we do 2 caterpillars after each other. Okay. So we've just done caterpillar tea bag, caterpillar tea. This next tea bag. This next bit goes caterpillar, caterpillar, straight after each other, and it's all on the bass again, okay? Caterpillar, caterpillar, just like that, okay? So from the start it goes caterpillar tea bag, caterpillar tea bag, then caterpillar, caterpillar, last bit goes caterpillar tea bag. And it's just very repetitive and very much all alike. Last bit is just caterpillar tea bag. Okay? So that last bit again, let's just try that one more time. Caterpillar tea bag. Okay? So from the top it goes caterpillar tea bag, caterpillar tea bag. Then this bit caterpillar, caterpillar, caterpillar. okay? So that might be quite tricky, but you could always pause this and go back to it as many times as you want. That's absolutely fine. I don't want to keep on repeating it to you because this it might get too repetitive for you. It's brilliant about these YouTube clips, so you can just pause and go back anytime you want. But so we've done that rhythm, and the best way to start off with is to go really, really, really slow. Okay, ca, t, p, l, t, bag. Okay, go as slow as you want. Even if you want to, write it out. Okay, ca, t, p, l. Sort of spread it out on a piece of paper. Ca, t, p, l, t, bag. Then go back to it. Caterpillar, T, bag. Caterpillar, 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 T, bag. That's fine. If you want to write that out, that's absolutely fine. If that helps you, brilliant. Going slow to start off with. Speaking out loud as well. Some people, when I teach them, I'm speaking out loud, but they don't speak out loud with me. It might sound a little bit strange with you're speaking out loud, but it helps you so much in your head, because when you're not speaking out loud, you have to think. When you're speaking out loud with me or on your own, then it's a lot less that you have to do to your own head, if that makes any sense. Having your thoughts about what you need to say first sort of comes after you speaking out loud. So speaking out loud is brilliant. Doing it as slow as you can, also brilliant. Don't worry if you're still going really slow in a week's time, in 2 weeks' time. That's fine, absolutely fine. You need to think about, this may take you a long time just doing this rhythm. And the more you go slow, the more times you do it, then you will get better. You've got to get better as many times as you do. You can't just do it one time for half an hour, and then leave it until the next week, because you'll forget all about it. You'll probably forget all about it and how your different ways of hitting the drum. Think, oh, well, which one's caterpillar? It's on the edge, or is it on the? You won't know. So I'm not saying doing it daily, but doing it as much as you can to get that right rhythm, to get the right ways of playing it, to do maybe a tone and a slap. That's brilliant. Okay? Doing it as much as you can, as slow as you can first, saying it out loud, in your bedroom, whatever, okay? Absolutely brilliant. And like I said, I'm going to put my email in here. And if you want to email me, that's also fine. About if you've got any questions, if you want to know anything else about the drum, that's also fine. If you want to know where to buy one of these drums, I also have some answers for that as well. Okay, so thank you so much again for coming and watching. This has lasted half an hour, which has been absolutely brilliant. We've done so much. Next time I'm going to be doing, hopefully, about samba drumming. And that's another type of drumming that's my favourite. I've been doing that for a lot longer than djembe drumming as well. Samba drumming is a little bit different. It's not just one drum, it's a group of drums. And if anyone knows who's watching this, the Surf Carnival, the Stockton International Riverside Festival that goes on every August, except for obviously this year. It's going on every August, in summertime obviously, August, and it is a big celebration, a big carnival that goes down Stockton High Street, that has multiple groups going down. It has dance groups, it has singing groups, it has just normal bands going down, and it also has samba drumming groups. And I will tell you more about that in the next video. So thank you so much for watching again.